Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to the Conflict Zone YouTube channel. Today, the most significant news comes from the Han region. Firstly, Russian Defense Minister Serge Shu abruptly announced that Russian forces have completely eliminated the Ukrainian bridgehead, re-establishing total control over the eastern bank of the river. This announcement was made during his briefing with Putin. What's intriguing is that Putin immediately, albeit gently, challenged Shu's claims, mentioning that he personally spoke with the commander of the Nura group in forces, who informed Putin that there were still a handful of Ukrainians inside the village. Shu refuted this and portrayed Russian efforts to eliminate the bridgehead as a successfully completed operation. According to the Institute for the Study of War, Shu likely prematurely claimed the Russian seizure of the settlement to reinforce its desired informational effects ahead of the presidential election in March. This evaluation appears accurate as, based on available geolocated footage, Russian forces barely managed to reach the outskirts. A video filmed by a Ukrainian drone operator depicts how Russians sneaked in, placed the Russian flag on the remnants of what was once a house, and quickly started running away from the site. Another video, filmed in the eastern part of the settlement always under Russian control or in the gray zone, reveals that the flag mission was ordered by the commander of the Russian 810th Marine Brigade. This commander aimed to capitalize on the positive news of capturing Iva, and his plan succeeded, as he promptly received the rank of a general by declaring victory at the right time. Once the Ukrainian Marines, currently located in Khinkin, saw the claims of the Russian defense minister, they began releasing videos from the settlement. These videos delivered a significant blow to the Russian information space and damaged the reputation of the Russian defense minister, who faced criticism online, especially in the eyes of the president. The commander of the Russian 810th Marine Brigade, essentially responsible for this setback, immediately initiated efforts to rectify the problem as swiftly as possible. Unfortunately for the Russians, Ukrainian fighters anticipated such a response to their videos and prepared to confront the attacks. According to some fighters, Ukrainian drone operators, in coordination with artillery crews, timely identified and fired at the approaching Russian assault units, compelling them to retreat. However, Ukrainians went beyond this and relocated multiple special force operators to the region, conducting intensive reconnaissance with the most advanced tools. Consequently, Ukrainians identified a concentration of Russian forces approximately 15 kilometers from the bridgehead. Making the situation even more challenging for the Russians was a Russian commander's plan to visit the base. Everyone was ordered to go outside and wait, but the commander never showed up because Ukrainian special force operators executed a high strike with cluster warheads. According to Russian sources, 2 rockets initially struck the base, and another struck the base when a group of soldiers started collecting corpses and evacuating the wounded, causing even more destruction. Russian sources also shared footage of the aftermath, but the presence of numerous corpses necessitates censoring the entire screen. Regardless, Ukrainian sources indicated that the base accommodated personnel from 3 different detachments, with one of them being the Russian 810th Marine Brigade responsible for the Ukrainian bridgehead area. 2 days ago, Ukrainian HIMARS crews intensified their activity in the region and launched a strike on the Russian headquarters. The footage displays the complete destruction of a 2-story house. Ukrainian sources conveyed that the HIMARS crews utilized JSB rockets recently delivered to Ukraine from the United States, showcasing excellent results. 2 days prior, Ukrainians executed yet another HIMARS strike, this time targeting a Russian drone reconnaissance team. Ukrainian reconnaissance identified the Russian drone in the sky and traced it back to the drone crew. Ukrainian HIMARS operators were prepared to receive the final coordinates, and as the Russian soldiers collected their drones, the HIMARS rockets reached their predetermined destination, annihilating the entire group. In summary, the Russian command intentionally generated numerous challenges for its soldiers in an attempt to fulfill informational objectives leading up to the Russian presidential election. Shu sought to portray the Russian effort on the East Bank as comparable to the seizure of Ofe. Ukrainians effectively utilized the information space to pressure the Russians into eliminating the bridgehead promptly and at any cost. This tactic has already led to several failed, unplanned attacks and the destruction of dozens of Russian soldiers and the bases who were being gathered for the same mission.